it's not even enough to say he's a generational talent. I've always told you that he's more than a generational talent. At the age of 18, he is really beyond the word generational talent. That is Kobby Mainoo. He played only 16 minutes in his debut for the England game when they saw England lose to Brazil by 1-0. It was a cameo for him, and today they've gone ahead to play him an hour plus into that game of football that was going ahead to see England draw with Belgium by 2-2. But his class has shown, it has prevailed, and guess what? He has been named the man of the match onto the occasion, and that is Kobby Mainoo for you, leading by example at that age. He has gone ahead to be named the man of the match as England drew into that beautiful fixture in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel. If you are a regular onto this channel and the Rokani Media Football, I've been vocal about this young lad. I've always told you that he's gonna go to the Euros. Trust me, unless otherwise he's injured, but he's gonna go to the Euros because every other game that he plays, he just proves that he's just a talented guy. And it looks like the midfield three of England has already gone ahead to sort itself out, because for the very first time, I'm going to see England having a midfield three full of talent. Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Kobby Mainoo. They've gone ahead to play well today, and they just need some more games together. And trust me, in Germany, Kobby Mainoo is going to be playing into that midfield of England unless things go not the best way that he deserves as far as injuries are really concerned. To win the man of the match in a team that has Declan Rice, in a team that has Phil Foden, a team that has Jude Bellingham, who went ahead to score the equalizer, to have players like Ivan Toney, and very many others, it shows you the quality that you have that puts you in a special ilk of a player, and his standards have been hailed by everybody onto the squad of England. I've gone ahead to select a few from the manager, Southgate, to the rest of the players that have gone ahead, obviously coming through and maybe put in a shift as far as this performance of this guy is really concerned. Statement Dave has not gone ahead to give us the his game by numbers. Let me check and see whether he has gone ahead to give us the game by numbers, but it's really very impressive. I don't think that he put a foot wrong. He was so much involved in the first goal, line breaking passes. There is a chance he created for Jude Bellingham when he pressed. Is it Vertonghen? He pressed Vertonghen very well, and guess what the result was? It was all about him giving the ball to Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham went ahead to obviously miss out onto that sitter. That is the quality of this young lad, and it really it keeps thriving day in, day out. Rock and David is my name. United Matters channel is the place to be, and we are talking Kobby Mainoo proving his doubters wrong. Another masterclass, world-class performance. He has gone ahead to be really clustered by the young English international, that is Kobby Mainoo. And English international should obviously give kudos to Eric Ten Hag because he's the man responsible for this. Continue to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful channel of ours. And let's see, close to 300 likes. Smash on this video. We thank God for the gift of life. It's really the 27th of March in my country. Right now, we are left with just 4 days to really mark the end of March and enter April. But the Muslims are into the holy month of Ramadan as the Christians climax the Lent period. And the Muslims, please, Ramadan Mubarak. I think I've gone ahead to state it right. Now, the manager of England, that is Southgate, has come out and really said the following on to Kobby Mainoo. He has said, Kobby's attributes are there for everyone to see. The ability to receive under pressure and ride challenges, to manipulate the ball in tight areas. We were a little bit more open. There is no doubt about that. We wanted to press aggressively, and there are times we turned the ball over on the edge of their box when we had chances we should have taken. We had problems in other ways with their players pulling wide and leaving Lukaku one-on-one. He gives us a different profile in midfield to anything we've got. He's adapted and adjusted brilliantly. You can't believe his age, really, that he's taken everything in his stride in as he has. Now, he's a super talented player. Super talented. And when you look at what he's going to become, the heavens and the universe can obviously tell us, because for us, we just look at this young boy who still comes in through game in, game out, and really puts in a shift. He promises that his ceiling is not near. Looks like every other game that passes by, he goes ahead to do the needful, receiving under pressure, and he really rides challenges, tackles. And one thing he does is that he manipulates the ball in tight areas. Have you known that? Where there are tight areas, that's where Kobby Mainoo wants to operate. That's the beauty of this man, that where he sees tight areas, that's where he wants to go. That is Kobby Mainoo for you, and that's what makes him special in that midfield. And the midfield is all about identifying that space that the opponent feels like he's going to hate to close down, and he really expose that opponent and show him plays. However much you feel like you're going to hate to close it down, you've not yet done anything on it. So that is Kobby Mainoo for you. And the manager also added and said the following about Kobby Mainoo: the more than a generational talent, a player that is going to make people talk and talk and talk and talk and talk until they will really be sat down and really give his flowers to the young lad. He has said, Kobbie seems very mature and calm. He knows he's making his way. We are delighted with what he's done. There is a lot of the season still to be played with his club. It's pointless me saying anything. I had a plan on Saturday night for Tuesday, which got blown apart in 12 hours. So to plan for 2.5 months is faintly ridiculous. We know who has been able to play at the level, who our very best players are, and we've got a lot clear picture from the rest of the squad from how players have played. Now we see how players are when they come back in form, and now they are with their clubs. Now, I understand that the Jude Bellingham situation is going to happen onto Kobby Mainoo, but I think Kobby Mainoo is just a blessed guy that the two players that would have gone ahead to stand in his way are really doing bad. When you look at Jordan Henderson, he's really having an injury, and he's performing at Ajax. And I believe if you are a manager and you're having a player playing at Man United, there is no way you're coming through to obviously start a player at Ajax and leave the player at Man United, especially performing at those levels, playing in the biggest league in the world. You understand? Calvin Phillips, unless otherwise picks up towards the remaining 10 games of the season, but he has been really struggling at West Ham, and the manager has not been able to obviously take him into this squad. So for Kobby Mainoo, I don't really see him capitulating. No way. There is no shrinking in his levels. I think his game of football is going to increase game in, game out, and his levels are really going to go up and up and up as a player, because Erik ten Hag is backing him to be one of the best midfielders in the world. Now, players of England today have gone ahead and really said the following, and this is Jude Bellingham. He's definitely a brilliant player, and he has a big future with Man United and hopefully England. So, I tell you, Jude Bellingham has been the best thing to happen to the game of football of England in the past 2 years. I tell you. But the coming in of Kobby Mainoo, I think it's even bigger than Jude Bellingham's, because the level at which this boy is performing is really great. And for a team like England to be having players like him who go ahead and obviously do the needful and really put in a shift, it's really one of those things that you should obviously go out and really kneel down and thank the Lord that England now has 3 world-class players, because I think Declan Rice is clinching that world-class level. Jude Bellingham is world-class. For me, Kobby Mainoo is world-class because of the way he plays and how he makes football look easy. So, when did you last see England having a midfield of 3 world-class midfielders? I think you'll talk about Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, and Frank Lampard, and way then they're playing a 4-4-2, and it was like you play number 6 with the number 8. You get? With 2 center forwards, but this time round, all these 3 are seated in the midfield, and the more they form together and they really happen to grow in chemistry together, the more England is really going to benefit in this. So Jude Bellingham is like, this guy is going to really be very, very good. And he still has a lot to do because he's performing at levels and he has been named the man of the match. Then let's have, there is something else lengthy that Jude Bellingham was going to hate to say about this young lad. There is something lengthy he was going to hate to say about this young lad. All right, here it is. Jude Bellingham has added and said, he was good tonight. It's difficult, and I'm speaking like the old head here, but I know how hard it can be when there is clamor, and people put a lot of pressure on you. So I don't want to add fuel to the fire, but he's definitely a brilliant player and he's going to have an amazing future with Man United and hopefully for England as well. So I know that certain players are really carried away, but when you look at how Kobby Mainoo is really playing and the manager is really playing under the club, I see no reason that he's going to really come out and obviously shrink or capitulate. He's going to really do the needful because he's not that kind of player. I'll say that he's petulant. He's not petulant, and he keeps on moving in the right direction every day that really passes by. So for me, I'm really excited for this guy, and I know the rest is really going to come in through and really work well into the levels of this guy. He's not going to really down tools at any one point, and he's really great. When he was playing against Brazil, he completed 20 out of 20 passes, and him and Declan Rice were the only two passes that they are the only two players that contribute, that finished or completed all their passes. So today he never put a foot wrong again, and he has gone ahead to show us his class and levels again. What has Ivan Toney had to say about Kobby Mainoo? He has said, at 18, I was probably playing on the Xbox, and he's out here being a man and playing for England. He just glides with the ball, and I'm sure there is more to come from him, and he will go right to the top. No doubt. And he'll obviously go to the top, and no one is going to stop him from obviously clinching those levels unless he stops himself. But if at all he stays disciplined, no one is going to stop him from going to the top. And for him, as a player, he's been blessed with one of the biggest managers when it comes to obviously grooming young talents and taking them to the elite levels. That is Erik ten Hag. And Erik ten Hag paving way for Zidane Igbo, Charlie Savage. We thought that, oh, who is coming in through? And he knew exactly what he was bringing. It was Kobby Mainoo, and he knew he was the dynamite that was going to come in through and explode in front of the opponents of Man United that will never ever forget. I brought you a story last week when the managerial team of Liverpool were like left speechless, at halftime after what Kobby Mainoo had gone ahead to do into that midfield of Manchester United as we went ahead to play against the side of Liverpool. So this guy is really good, and the sky is not even the limit because there are even footsteps on the moon. So I think even the moon is not the limit for him. He's gonna compete in several occasions, and I know the more he matures in his game, the more he's gonna really become that player of pure quality. Now, your thoughts on Kobby Mainoo proving his doubters wrong as his named man of the match are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Gary Southgate, Jude Bellingham, and Ivan Toney having what to say about the young lad? Ramadan Mubarak, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. Yeah, sign out for now. See you later. Bye bye for now, and we're gonna be back with the live stream, I think, in the morning.